Today, July 23rd, it's likely just another day on the calendar to you and me. However, for one Bossier City woman, it's a constant reminder of the day her husband died of a heart attack 8 years ago. It's a day this widow says her late husband's real story died with him. Her name is Gail. She loves singing along to the Beatles about as much as she loves her late husband, Michael Collier. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think for a minute that anything compares to the loss of a loved one.
I've been this way since he died because it's very important to me.
Except, I guess, when you think your loved one is about as close to a fifth Beatle as you can get.
And then after we got to know each other better, he always said, I'm not just a truck driver.
But when Gail and Michael Collier first met, that's exactly what he was. 1, 2, as well as someone who obviously shared a love for music.
I remember sitting in the living room listening to him play his drums and all that the whole time I grew up.
Well, these are all copies of songs he wrote that I had mastered.
Michael first saw her standing there at a local truck stop in 1991. A short time later, Gail says Michael let her in on a big secret. A secret that's given Gail many a hard day's night, selling on anyone who'll listen.
But yeah, it hurts. Wouldn't you hurt if people constantly thought you were a liar? And you weren't?
That secret? That Michael didn't just like the Beatles, but that he spent years working with the Beatles, performing and producing behind the scenes.
Let's check that. It was really good.
I know. That's like saying that I was once the dance double for Elvis Presley back in the early 70s, the slim Elvis, of course. But Gail swears she didn't fall victim to the belief that all you need is love. Love. Gail says you can hear Michael in numerous jam session recordings that he says he made in the early 90s.
I just want to do it.
That's fine.
That's all I've ever dreamed about from me to you.
With the Beatles while working on their anthology CD.
And then in '92, they all met out in L.A. Paul, George, and Ringo.
And Gail now says she recently discovered on this John Lennon Instant Karma video.
Right here is Michael Collier,
who she says is her late husband, Michael, on guitar in the early 70s, cowboy hat and all.
No, I'm not crazy. I know my man, I know his voice.
With Gail's own health now in question, she doesn't want Michael's story to die all over again.
And then they do, I got a feeling.
It may not be Michael on these tapes, nor him playing with the legend on this video. I guess all that really matters is what she believes, deep down in her heart, that Michael is much more than a truck driver.
If you don't believe me and I don't get help with it, that's okay. I'll be all right.
Gail did have an expert analyze the voices on Michael's tapes. It came back inconclusive. Now, the expert tells me there just wasn't enough there to back up Gail's claim. And it's still not clear who the guitar player for John Lennon and the Plastic Ono band was for Instant Karma on that video. We did look it up as best we could. One thing you can confirm, or we have confirmed, the love Gail still carries for her late husband.
Believe you.